Hi folks, 9 Nelson here, and today I am doing something I wish I didn't have to do, which is to haul my son Biggins' bike to the shop. It seems there is an issue with the transmission, I'm assuming, because I wasn't able to get into it far enough to find what the actual problem was. Started out with the the bike locking up on him while he was riding. Thankfully, he didn't have an accident, but seemed that the bike would not pull out of gear after that. Clutch full out or not, it was always in gear. So I assumed it was the clutch and opened it up to find there was a little bit of scorching on the clutch, probably from when it locked up, but everything else seemed to be fine. Then when I drained the oil, I discovered a couple of small bits of metal that were large enough to see with the naked eye and were apparently the corner end of a gear tooth from a gear. So I went searching for that as far as I could without opening up the engine, and I couldn't find it. It wasn't outside of the engine case, and that's when I knew I had reached my skillful limit, and I decided to bring it into the shop and see what they could find. So let's hope that this turns out to be not too much and not too expensive, because the kid only has a part-time job and not a lot of liquid funds. So fingers crossed, guys. Let's hope this works out well and it doesn't take too long, because he and I have some pretty big plans for this season, and he's going to need that in order to come along. Well, guys, I am on my way back home, and as you can see, I still have my son's bike with me. The two places I approached with the consideration of doing a repair both turned me down with good reason. The same basic philosophy that the value of the bike is less than the cost of the repair, which I get. The greater issue for me is I know there are still parts out there. I know that there's an opportunity to do the repair, but yeah, the cost outweighing the value is a very, very good logical reason to not pursue that. If I had the skills, I would consider it, especially because of plans and time, but here we are. My son is definitely upset. I understand, so am I. But he is understanding. He is going to have to make some decisions to see what's going to happen with our plans. I really don't want to have to change those plans, cancel those plans. It's something that is a kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, maybe. The idea is to get a pretty epic ride-in, long-distance road trip before he leaves for the military in 2 months. And the timing of this couldn't have been worse with respect to his availability and our funds overall. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. I hope that we can make something work, but short of a miracle, it's probably not going to be so simple. All right, guys. Well, once I can see where things are going to be going, I'll clue you in and hopefully it's going to be good news. Again, fingers crossed. Okay guys, where we last left off, I was pulling Biggin's motorcycle behind me on the trailer after being rejected by 2 shops to help us get it repaired. But after a few suggestions were taken into mind and a little research, a little effort, and making a big decision, we decided to do something about it, and that is take the engine out of the bike. The bad one is gone. But now we have this one to replace it. That one arrived a little while ago and got the box open, saw that everything was as it should be so far, and we're going to go ahead and get that installed as soon as possible. Once we get it tested and make sure that everything's the way it needs to be for the sake of safety, we're going to go ahead and keep our momentum going so that we can make this trip that we're hoping to complete. All right, guys, I'll keep you clued in. All right, guys, today's been the day to try to get everything put together because I took it all apart and determined what was needed and what was going on. So let me clue you in here and tell you what's been done so far. So here's the old engine, which still don't know exactly what happened to it, but I do know that it's not working right and it will not spin. Something in there broke, and it broke pretty good. So we installed the new engine, and when we went to start it up, all we heard was from the starter. Now, the eBay site we bought it from, they did state that it was experiencing some electrical problem, but that it ran, and there was evidence of that because there was oil in the bike, and there was obviously some fuel that had been run through there. So we had to figure out what to do next, which was to take the bad starter out of the new engine and the good starter from the old engine and install it in there, which worked out just fine because it is running perfectly. Starts up with no problem. So today I installed a new gasket, put sealant in there, took care of that. Now it's got to cure for 24 hours before I put the oil in. Going to do everything else around that, which is the coolant, and just finished putting on a new chain. Got that riveted, got it tensioned, got the rear wheel set, and all of that is good to go. Got to get the cover back on and get everything else connected again, carbs and all that good stuff, coolant, and keep going from there. So that should take a couple more hours. It's been a while since I've done something like this, but I'm sure I'll be able to get it done today, if not today and tomorrow. So once everything is set and running, we'll do a test ride and see how it goes. All right, fingers crossed, guys. All right, folks, to bring you up to speed, you remember me mentioning that Biggin's Ninja is kaput, it's gone, the engine's crap. We're not gonna be able to use it. So my buddy Tyler is loaning us his FZ6 for Biggin to ride on this trip, which is amazing, and I will forever be grateful to him for that. But in getting the FZ6 and riding it home and doing a little test ride, checking to make sure everything's up to snuff, a couple little things stood out. In particular, chain needed to be cleaned, and the most important thing, the biggest concern, is that the fork on the right side is leaking. So when I picked up the bike, I noticed, the residue here, and took a closer look, and shiny and slippery here, a little bit of oil coming through here. So this definitely needs to be replaced. The other one seems to be doing just fine though. I'm not going to worry about it. No leaks, no obvious concerns. So tonight I started doing at least some prep for the oil change here for the fork, but I'm short a 19 millimeter hex bit socket, and that just does me no good. So I'll be picking one up tomorrow, and with just a few days left to get this ultimately completed, fingers crossed I'm going to be able to. Shouldn't take me more than a day, but I've got, you know, the rest of life between now and then. I'm working every day, so I'm just, you know, hoping we can make this work. I'm sure we can. I just hope we don't get any more roadblocks. So once I get that taken care of, bike's going to be great to go, and we'll be heading out. And I'll be telling you soon where it is we'll be going, so come back and check in. All right, guys, today's update. After a lot of blood, sweat, and tears over the last couple days, I got the FZ6 where it needs to be. Got the fork seals changed, fixed a few loose ends here and there, literally. Got it worthy of the ride, so it's ready to go, and we'll be heading out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So since I had so much time left over, I'm being sarcastic, I decided to do an oil change on Austin here because he needed it, and it'll be perfect because it'll hold out for the trip, get us there. We can do another oil change there. The only other thing that was concerning me was that the rear tire that I had on Austin was showing somewhere, not a ton, but looking back at how many miles I traditionally get out of that tire, which is a Dunlop Sport Max 3, I was going to be able to make it, but probably not back without having a lot of cords starting to show. So I took the rear wheel from the 96 here, you can see it's gone now, and put it on there. It's exactly the same in every respect, so it made sense since it has pretty much all of its tread left. So things are looking good. Last thing I have to do over here with Austin is get the bags on and get it ready to leave in the morning. Got to pack those bags first. So where are we going? I haven't said it yet, but I'm going to tell you now. We are going to California via Route 66, the original old route. I've done it once before, and I'm excited to do it again. There's some history there for me. It's going to be a new experience for Biggin, and it should be a lot of fun. So we're going to bring you guys along the whole way and split this up into a number of videos, highlighting a few things here and there. It should be a blast. So I hope you guys come along and see how this goes, and let's all keep our fingers crossed that everything goes well. See you soon. Bye.
If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66.